What's up, you guys? I am Chibi Joe, and I am here with another anime review. So, I know with a certain magical index, I did all 3 seasons separate, and I'm going to start doing all the show all at once. That way, I don't get exhausted with talking about the show, especially since I don't want to do a lot of spoilers. I want you guys to enjoy it. So, this one, as you can read down below, is about Date Alive. We right now have 3 seasons. There's a 4th season promised, I believe, in the fall of 2021. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I read. So, basically the story is, there are these girls, I'm gonna call them magic girls, but... Oh, I got the hiccups. God, last time I almost choked to death, this time I got the hiccups. These like magic girls who are called spirits, and they each have like their own designation. Like, the first one we see is nicknamed Princess, but then her name is changed to Toka. So these spirits are showing up, and they cause these like spatial quakes, which are like, instead of like earthquakes, they're literally quakes within mass. Within like the concept of mass. And so Shido lives with the main character, Shido Itsuka, lives with his sister. For whatever reason, the wiki calls her his sister-in-law. It's his adopted sister. His parents, as far as we know, his parents died when he was very young. And then he was adopted by the Itsuka family. So, Kotori tells him one day, hey, meet me at the restaurant or whatever, even during a spatial quake. And he's like, yeah, whatever. And then one actually happens, and so he runs over, and, he runs there because he's afraid that Kotori is going to get hurt. He meets Princess. She tries to kill him at first, but then, stops. And he's like, oh man, she's got such a sad face. I almost feel bad for her, almost killing me earlier. And then Kotori tells Shido, I'm just covering the first episode, first and some of the second episode. Kotori basically tells Shido he has the ability to seal spirits' powers and make them normal. And you kind of find out how Kotori knows that as the story goes on. And, yeah. So, it's a really fascinating show. A lot of fun characters. Like, this is definitely a harem anime that I recommend watching. Season 2... the thing is, whenever you grow a harem to a certain size and you just keep growing it, it can get very tiresome, especially if the quote-unquote best girl isn't the best. It's the same story. It's a similar story as what I had with A Bridge to the Starry Skies, where the best girl, in my opinion, wasn't the character that is most loved. I won't go into which character and or characters that I think are the best. But I like the sadistic ones. I just do. The sadistic ones are the tsunderes, are like my main ones. I thought Toka would be a tsundere because the first time she goes baka baka, she like calls him an idiot. And I people are like, oh my god, he did the Japanese words. Well, yeah, because I watched the Japanese dub, and just the way she said baka baka, it was just kind of funny to me. But they stopped that right after that episode. Also, if you watch the Japanese dub, prepare to hear Deito like every fucking episode. Second season kind of dragged on. I didn't really like the second season as much. I thought the first arc of the third season was kind of stupid. And then it got like really, really good. You eventually find out what happened to his parents. Well, not really to his parents, but to another character's parents. That was my bad. Origami, you find out what happens to her. You know, you find out about her family and all that stuff. And, yeah, it's like, just like with any, like, harem, like, long-lasting harem anime, it gets really frustrating at times. But they play it off good, I think. There was one arc, the Miku arc. I actually, to show you how sadistic I am to characters, if I was writing that series, I would have gone farther. I would have had some self-sacrifice moments in there, but you didn't. So, I mean, you kind of did, but not the self-sacrifice. I would have Shido do the self-sacrificing, but he didn't. I mean, he's a better, like, he's not a pussy. Like, I'll give him that. He's not like a pussy-ass harem protagonist. Like, he owns what he is. And, I mean, he's willing to fight for them. And also the voice acting in it was really good. High train. There's always at least one train every other video in there. It is almost 5. Actually, the train's a little bit early today. It's 4:17. You're 40, would it be 43? Yeah, 43 minutes early. Anyways. Third season, I would say probably the first season's probably my favorite. But the stuff happening towards the end of season 3, especially the last episode of season 3 was really good. I'm actually looking forward to season 4. I don't know what happens. I know some people, because Kurumi is a character that is very escapey. She's like this world's Catwoman in terms of how she slips through the protagonist's fingers all the time. And I think that's why I like her, is that she's doing all the things that they do, but she's doing it in a way that doesn't allow her to have her power sealed, and I love it. I love her character. I love how overt she is. I kind of want to know, like, why she wants to consume Shido, because I don't think, like, especially the last season, you really find out a lot about her, not necessarily about her past or anything like that, but you find out a lot about just how she thinks, that she's not as morally evil as you originally thought. Now, she's not morally good whatsoever. If anything, I would say maybe she's chaotic good at best. But I wouldn't call her chaotic evil. I'd say more like chaotic neutral. But yeah, the music was really good, very dramatic, very badass at times. Animation is beautiful. Voice acting is impeccable, especially like Kurumi, Shido, Kotori. I feel like those are probably your best 3 characters in terms of voice acting. I like the twins, Kaguya and Yuzuru. I guess you can pretty much say, like, the characters that I like the best are usually the ones with the better voice acting. It's why, like, it's really hard for me to pick in terms of voice acting, like My Hero Academia in the Japanese, because a lot of the voice actors in My Hero Academia in the Japanese dub are really, really good. So I have to actually choose by the character themselves. But this is a harem anime, so really their characters didn't matter. But it does matter in this one because there's 3 fucking seasons of it. So yeah, I give Data Live... is really hard to rate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rate all 3 individually right now. So like season 1, I would say is probably an 8 out of 10. Season 2, I would say is probably like 6. Because of the, like, especially at the beginning of season 2 and like certain parts in between, I just really didn't like as much. So I'd take a 6 out of 10, and then I'd probably give season 3 another 8 out of 10. So 8, 8, 16, 22, 22 divided by 3. So the average is like 7.4, I guess it would be. 7.3. So yeah, we'll just say it's a 7. So 7 out of 10. Anyways, that's all of you guys today. So please, if you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. And guys, I'll see you next time. Have an awesome day and a good night.